Nathan Hughes could miss England's autumn internationals after tweeting "What a joke." Nathan Hughes may have cost himself 2 England caps and £50,000 in match fees as a result of a 3-word tweet, "What a joke," which he deleted within 15 minutes of writing it. The 27-year-old Wasps No. 8 appeared at a disciplinary hearing in Coventry on Wednesday evening, charged with striking Gloucester flanker Lewis Ludlow during his club's Gallagher Premiership defeat to the West Country club last Saturday. Proceedings began shortly after 7 p.m, and more than 4 hours later, the case was adjourned without a verdict being announced. However, the RFU clarified that Hughes was suspended and would not be available for Wasps' Heineken Champions Cup opener against Leinster in Dublin. Sure enough, the Fiji-born back rower was duly absent from the team named by Wasps Director of Rugby, Di Young. The reasons for the hearing being suspended have not been revealed, but Sportsmail understands that Hughes' decision to issue a comment on Twitter may be the explanatory factor. At 8:37 p.m. on Wednesday night, he wrote, "What a joke." Soon after, the tweet was deleted, but by then it appears that damage may have already been done. It is thought that the outburst was likely to have stemmed from frustration at a guilty verdict, although this remains unconfirmed. The panel's decision to adjourn, with a follow-up hearing now due to be convened on XXXXXXXXXX, appears to be linked to this issue. The absence of Hughes from tonight's match at the RDS Arena is because of suspension, but the terms of the sanction are expected to be more stringent as a result of his Twitter response. Any punishment handed down by a disciplinary panel can be shortened on the basis of good conduct at a hearing and obvious remorse. These mitigating factors are now unlikely to apply to Hughes. The entry point for an offense of this type, a punch to the head, is set at 6 weeks. As Hughes has having been banned for punching before, there was already very little prospect of his sanction being halved, the maximum reduction available to the judiciary. Realistically, he would have been suspended for at least 4 matches. Now, as a result of his conduct, while the hearing was still in progress, it is surely impossible to imagine a reduction from the entry point of 6 weeks. Wasps have 2 rounds of European matches, then Hughes would, if available, go into camp with England ahead of the autumn series. On that basis, it would be difficult to argue that the weekend of Premiership Cup games should count as active, as there would be no prospect of him appearing in one of those fixtures, which tend to feature experimental lineups. As such, Hughes is now staring down the barrel of a ban which keeps him out of all the November tests at Twickenham against South Africa, New Zealand, Japan, and Australia. Instead of potentially being back for the second half of that campaign, his 3 unwise words may ultimately cost him caps against Japan and the Wallabies, which each come with a £25,000 fee attached. For England, this is alarming news. Eddie Jones is already without another of his leading number 8s, Sam Simmonds, after the prolific Exeter player was ruled out for up to 9 months with a serious knee problem. The head coach must hope that the injury-prone Billy Vunipola stays in one piece, otherwise there are precious few established alternatives at his disposal. In Dublin, Wasps will be without their England lock, Joe Launchbury, who has failed to recover from a knee injury, and another test candidate, scrum half Dan Robson, who has been ruled out for 3 months with ankle damage. However, Young has been able to restore international trio Lima Sapoga, Willie LaRue and Brad Shields to his starting XV.